Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope everyone is really well. Now in this video I'm going to be rearranging the plant rooms inside the house. We've bought everything that we want to put into the polytunnel and the yard from inside the house for the spring and summer. All out now, everything is out, and we've just put out the ZZ plant that was in plant room 2 there, and also the Tradescantia there, and also another Tradescantia. These are what Hans has actually grown from seed. Incredible, beautiful Tradescantia and the ZZ plant. And we put this just a little bit under the table because it can take sun, but it does prefer a bit more shade. So that's there. So that's the only thing we brought down from upstairs that you may not have seen from the other day. And this is the polytunnel now, fully completed. That's practically everything from that we're going to be putting into the polytunnel now for the spring and summer. And the yard, we brought all plants down from inside the house, from the hanging baskets and everything, all out into the yard. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I've got the kitchen windowsill and my office, also as plant room 1, and also Hans's music room, which also acts as plant room 2. They're just the 3 rooms that need to be more tidied up rather than rearranged, because they're a little bit of a mess because we've took plants out. So there's lots of spaces there and they need a little bit of a tidy up and rearranging. And that's what I'm going to be doing today, guys. So that's today's little job, and I'm going to show you what it looks like now. I'm trying to work out, do I start in the kitchen or do I work upstairs? I think I'm going to work upstairs first, and I'm going to start in my office first of all, because that's the room that probably has got the most plants in. And I'm going to show you what it looks like now, and how it's going to look like when I tidy it up. Now this is the kitchen, and there's a few gaps there. Obviously we had big plants here that we were overwintering inside this kitchen windowsill here, and obviously they're outside now. We had 2 big euphorbias, and there's lots of spaces with plants that we've took back outside. These are going to be staying here. We have some under the grow lights here. Obviously we don't need grow lights now this time of year. There's plenty of natural light coming through, so we're going to be taking these grow lights away and moving these plants nearer here. And some plants, I think I might take some upstairs, and there's a lot of space here now. We've took big plants away, so obviously we can rearrange things here. The windowsill is going to stay pretty much the same because that looks pretty good. These are mostly all euphorbias here in the kitchen windowsill, and they get loads of light, so they're better off staying here. So it's mainly just all this corner here and all this corner there. That's going to be rearranged, and this is the kitchen, and I think I'm going to be doing that last. I'm going to start on the upstairs first. Now this is plant room 2, also known as Hans's music room, as you can see there. Hans is a musician, and he plays with a number of bands. He plays practically every instrument there is. He's an amazing talent. And this is the plant room, practically empty. There's just a few seedlings in here. As you can see, we've been pruning a few dead leaves off. If you want to know what these toilet rolls are, guys, we actually keep these because when we do cuttings, we put tall sort of cacti in here, and it helps them to callus over, and helps them to sort of callus over in the right direction, as with these are puncture cuttings here. So that, and this is another one here we've got in a jar that's going to be going into one of these rolls. So if you're wondering what on earth they're doing there, but look at all this space. I mean, these are a load of seedlings here, and so apologies for the awful sort of reddy, sort of pinky light. This is because the grow lights are on at the moment. Fantastic grow lights. They're very powerful. We have the seedlings under here. So what I'm going to be doing with this room is giving this a complete tidy up. As you can see, there's hardly anything in here now, so this is going to be practically so easy to tidy up. And some plants I've got from downstairs, might as well use this space. The ones that we need to carry on really actively growing, put them under the lights. So that's it in here, so very easy. And I'm probably going to work in here a little bit after. I'm going to start in my office first because it's difficult to work with these lights. They're very strong, and the lighting is going to be pretty bad for my eye. You're not supposed to look at these lights when you've got them on, so I might leave it for an hour or 2 till they finish. Now this is my office, also known as Grow Room 1, and this where is probably the most plants are, and I've got these 2 trays empty. This is where I had the Presbyopsis, so that's completely empty. I'm going to give these trays a good clean. It means then I can move the orchids across, because they're for the sound, it's actually going to be too much sun there. Orchids don't like to have direct sunlight. I mean, it depends what type of orchids you've got, but these are phalaenopsises and a dendrobium, and they're sort of going to be pale because this time of year there's too much sun. So I'm going to move these across so they're going to get dappled sunshine coming in from the one side, and also the grow lights as well. So they're going to get plenty of light, but without being intense sunshine, because during spring, the winter, they're fine there, but spring and summer, it's a bit too much sunny. So it's going to work out really well. Then they're going to get a lot more space. Now, some of these seedlings here, I'm thinking of putting in the other room I just showed you there with the grow lights on, which is Hans's room, because the grow lights are very powerful there. I have grow lights also here, as you can see, but they're extra super duper, the ones next door. Not quite sure what to do. And then I have some Perescias there. I'm thinking of actually putting them in the polytunnel, because we have so much room in the polytunnel that it's silly to have them indoors when they can go outside. So it means I'll have all this, I mean, excuse the filthy windowsill, guys. As you can see, it is filthy because I've been taking plants out. This is going to be cleaned. But I'm thinking of maybe, if taking them out, then I've got the whole windowsill clear and spreading all the plants about. So there's tons of room, and this is the room we're going to start on first, because there is so much room in here. And I think what I'm going to do now is take these Perescias out, and I know I said that's the polytunnel completed, but it's silly to have these indoors when there's so much room out there. So I'm going to take these out and show you where I put them. Now that's the Perescias brought out into the polytunnel from the grow room, and the 3 Perescias are there with the other Perescias here, the leafy cacti, and my Ocotillo. This is Ocotillo, and this one is here too. So they're better off out here in the polytunnel. And then now I'm going to carry on with rearranging plant room 1, also known as my office. Now I'm actually going to get started. Now this is my office, grow room number 1, and this is what it looks like now. And it's going to take me too long to sort of film all the individual stages of rearranging everything. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now and what it's going to look like after. So here what it looks like now, and this is what it looks like after. And there you go, guys. That's it all completed. That's my office, grow room number 1, all fully tidied. And I put the, obviously the orchids here on the left-hand side, they're getting loads and loads of light. And the Ripsalidopsis rosea here under the grow lights, these are all cuttings, they're doing really well. I'm going to be pressing them up in the next few weeks. And some of the Hylocereus, the Lenniceriuses, all here. And my beautiful, beautiful Schlumbergera truncata that is over 50 years old, I've had for many, many years. And it's actually blooming at the moment. That is doing really well under the grow lights. And my Selenicereus here, very, very good. And as you can see, there is loads of space, guys. And this is my office, grow room number 1, all completed. Now I have this plant stand here, and what I'm going to be doing here with the chlorophytums, I'm probably going to be moving them onto here as well, because there's loads of space, but they get loads of light. These don't have to really, these are not a problem as such, they're okay there. But this is the window here in my office, grow room number 1, all rearranged. The orchids are getting loads of light, and I have the additional grow lights on as well. Everything is doing really well. Loads of space. And that's it. So that's my office, grow room number 1 all done. And now to do grow room number 2. Now guys, this is plant room number 2, also known as Hans's music room here. And there's really so much space, so it's just a case of putting a few plants. Now I've put a few plants in from the kitchen. I'm going to be putting here into the windowsill. And what I'm going to be doing first is giving the windowsills a good clean, because a bit of mould everywhere. And giving it a good clean. And I'm going to show you what it looks like now and what it looks like after. Now this is Hans's room, also his music room, plant room number 2, and that's me. Rearranged all of this here. Tons and tons of space. But that's because a lot of the plants are in the polytunnel. And what we have here, this is the grow light here, very powerful grow light by Kingbo. I have a lot of the seedlings under here, so they're going to get full spectrum light, powerful light and heat here with the seedlings, so we've kept them under here. And then in the window here we have a few different plants, Schefflera, Tradescantia and Coleus as well in there, and some seedlings. And this is a north facing, sort of a north facing window, but it just gets some sun at this time of year coming through in the mornings, so a little bit of bright sun in the mornings, mostly shade. So this is good for the plants that are sort of shade loving plants. And here we have some pelargoniums all rooting here, and this one here is one of Hans's plants that is going to be re-rooting itself, and all the seedlings here under the grow light. So this is plant room number 2, tons of space, and this is it here for the spring and summer. And now I'm going to be rearranging the kitchen windowsill. Well then guys, it's just the kitchen windowsill to rearrange here. And there's not a lot of plants, as you can see, and it's going to be very, very easy to do. I'm going to be taking these away from the grow light here and rearranging them here. And this is what it looks like now. And this is what it's going to look like after. Now guys, that's the kitchen all completed. And what we've done is taken away the plants away from the grow lights. I've turned that off. We don't need to use that now. And we've got the pelargoniums here and some of the Tradescantias all doing really well here. And the begonias as well. The begonia, the little tiger, that is really lovely. This can take natural light coming in from the south facing window here, so we don't need to use the grow lights now. Loads of space. Other Tradescantias as well, variegated here. And the Wandering Dew, variegated form as well. Absolutely beautiful. So that's all that there. And then we have the some of the yucca that's rooting in water here. And the also the begonia picta here. And also some other cuttings we've got rooting. We've got pelargoniums that are rooting here. And we've got some ripsalis and other pelargoniums and some Tradescantia as well, all rooting here. So this is a great window here. And as I say, all the euphorbias in the window. And that's it. And it's great to take the grow light off. And that's everything. So that is the whole of the polytunnel all completed. And the whole of the house all completed, all put away in its places. And what I'm going to be doing probably in the next few days is do a complete video tour of the cacti and succulents in the polytunnel, and also a complete tour of the house plants and cacti and succulents in the house in the next few days, guys. So there it is, and thank you so much for watching. So guys, I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until the next video, bye.